All right, welcome back, everybody. We are coming back to you live from. We have left the United States. We've left the Sasco Racing Motorsports Complex, our Formula One shop in Northwest Indiana, United States of America, and we have flown over to Sakir, Bahrain for the first practice of the 2022 Formula One season. So here we are. We are actually at the racetrack now, and we're getting prepared. So we got some emails from the team. Also got our gear on. Official sponsor of Sasco Racing, Restoration Builders Inc. Give us a call. My number is 708-724-8098 if you're in the greater Chicagoland area or in the Northwest Indiana, or contact us because we actually have offices all over the United States of America. We are a nationwide company, so give us a call. We come out, do inspections on property, let you know if the exterior components of your home are still holding up and still durable, and if not, we are able to help you out with very competitive prices to make sure that you have all the exterior needs that you want and need on your property. So Restoration Builders Inc., big shout out, best company in the United States of America for exterior home remodeling needs and wants. Give me a call, 708-724-8098. Craig Sassman. I'll be there for you. So again, we've flown from the United States of America, our shop in the U.S., and we're out here in Bahrain right now, ready to kick off the season with the first practice session. So we're going to jump on our laptop here and see what messages that we have on before we jump out to the racetrack. Ethan jumping back on. We got an email from Ethan again. A lot of them from Ethan, actually. Hey, it's Ethan, your new head of R&D. So that's who that guy is, my new head of R&D. I didn't even know, so awesome. I see you finally found your emails. Be sure to check back here often, as it's where we will send you any useful information regarding the current race weekend. It's a new laptop, so if you run into any issues, be sure to give me a shout. Best of luck, Ethan. Ethan again, tutorials available. As I've mentioned before, keeping on top of research and development is critical to the improvement of the car's performance. You also need to actively manage the limited supply of gearboxes and power unit components throughout the season. You can find detailed explanation on how to manage these areas via the pause menu. Ethan. Ethan, again, weekend preview. Morning, everyone. I've attached the preview for the weekend's Grand Prix. If you have any questions, come see me in the data center, Ethan. Okay? Ethan again, development's complete. We fitted a number of new developments to the car. Try them out and let us know how they feel. Ethan. Alright, now we got a new guy, Mark. Weather forecast. The latest forecasts are in for qualifying and the race. Looks like it should be nice and dry all the way through. The full report is attached, Mark. Cool. Alright, now let's see how I can... he said that it's in the pause menu where I can get tutorials, ERG, recovery system, research, power unit, multi-function, tire manager, formation lab, race, Okay, so how do I manage my gearboxes? Because that's very important to be able to manage that. Tire management.
Consistency over a long distance is vital in Formula One, so being able to manage tyres and reduce tyre wear is a useful skill. The tyre management program available in free practice sessions will help you learn tyre management while earning resource points for development of your car. Be careful on the controls to reduce the amount of tyre slip and therefore wear. The better you can do this, the higher you will score and the more resource points you'll receive. You'll need to balance tyre management with speed, as you must stay under the target lap time. When the on-screen bar moves towards the red end, that means that you're wearing your tyres more than expected at this part of the lap. When it moves towards the purple, you're wearing them less. Stay in the green or purple for a successful test.
Alright, cool. So I got all these little things that I can watch and study throughout the weekend to, oh, there we go, gearbox management. So we're going to definitely want to watch
Over the course
that.
of the Formula One season, each driver is limited in the number of power units and gearbox components that they may use. Exceeding these limitations will result in grid penalties. Your available power unit components can be managed on the vehicle management screen. Modern F1 cars rely on more than just internal combustion to reach their maximum power output. The V6 turbocharged hybrid engines generate an extra 160 brake horsepower via the ERS, Energy Recovery System. The power for this electric motor is recovered from energy that otherwise would have been wasted. The MGUK recovers energy from braking and the MGUH from the turbo. The ERS system has a number of modes that can be changed on the fly for either more harvest or deployment, depending on if you need to charge the battery or gain more performance. Each lap you can only harvest and deploy a limited amount of energy. This remaining value is visible on the MFD. This system will also degrade with use. As your energy store wears, the battery capacity will decrease. Additionally, as the MGUK wears, the rate you can harvest energy is slowed. Keeping up with the development race is vital for continued success in Formula One, but resources are limited, so choose carefully where you allocate them. Throughout your career, you will earn resource points, and there are 4 departments of car development in which you can spend them: powertrain, chassis, aerodynamics, and durability. At any one time, each of these can be tasked with researching a new part. Higher levels of upgrade will cost more and take longer to complete, but the performance gains will be significant. You can upgrade your facilities, which will allow you to develop more parts simultaneously, develop upgrades faster, and have fewer failures. Your engine supplier will also give you updates throughout the season in addition to your own. Department morale is also an important factor, so be careful what you say to the press. You'll need to find the right balance to suit your needs and maximize performance throughout the season. The multifunction display is a vital tool to give drivers control over their cars and make important information visible during a race. It's possible to cycle through the screens on the MFD to access the settings such as brake bias or the tyres to be fitted at the next pit stop, as well as car condition, component temperatures and race strategy information. When speaking to your engineer through the radio, the MFD is also the place where you'll be able to view and select your available commands. The safety car may be deployed if there is an incident or if the conditions are too dangerous to drive in. Once the safety car is out on track, there's no overtaking permitted, and you must keep your lap time above a minimum in order to safely form a queue behind it. You can judge your pace using the delta element of the on-screen display. Ensure you drive slowly enough to keep it positive. Once the line has formed, the safety car will re-enter the pits. Remember that there's no overtaking until the green flag at the line. If the incident is less severe, the virtual safety car may be deployed. It's not necessary to form a queue under the VSC, just stay above a certain delta time and obey the yellow flag rules until the virtual safety car period comes to an end. Races aren't won from the start line, but they can be lost, so getting a good start can make an important difference to your Grand Prix. As the lights come on, engage the clutch by holding the gear up button. Then, feed in the throttle to build up the revs. When the lights go out, release the clutch and it's away we go. But be careful not to release the clutch too early, or you may end up jumping the start. If your RPM is too low when you drop the clutch, your car may go into anti-stall. Don't panic if this happens, keep a cool head, clutch in, build up the RPM, and then release the clutch, just like the start procedure, to get underway again. There's a huge amount of time to be won and lost in the pits, but ensure that you don't get too greedy as you approach the pit lane speed limit line. On the approach, you'll see a notification of the pit lane speed limit and your distance to the limit line. If you cross this threshold too fast, you'll be giving a speeding penalty, so be careful. There are valuable tenths to be won by getting it right though, so leave your braking as late as you dare. Managing your turn-in point in towards the pit box is essential in helping you and your pit crew achieve the fastest pit stop time possible. Get the timing wrong, and this can cause you to add considerable time to your stop, meaning crucial seconds advantage could be given to your opponents out on track. At the pit exit, it's important not to cross onto the racetrack before reaching the end of the white pit exit line. The drag reduction system, or DRS, opens a flap on the rear wing to reduce drag and improve the straight line speed of the car. Drivers are able to use this system in specific DRS zones as long as the circuit is dry. There are no additional restrictions to DRS use in practice and qualifying. However, in a race, the system can only be used when the driver is 1 second or less behind another. Watch the bar at the bottom of your multifunction display as you approach the DRS zone to see your distance to the activation point, and activate it by pressing the DRS button when the prompt appears. In the unforgiving world of Formula 1, free practice sessions are a vital part of any Grand Prix weekend. During your F1 career, you'll be able to utilise these sessions to complete practice programmes which will help you learn the track and earn you points that can be invested in developing your car. You'll also be able to adjust your car setup over the course of these sessions to try and find those extra fractions of a second. The sporting regulations dictate that after each free practice session, you'll have to hand back 2 sets of your dry tyre allocation for the weekend, so get the most out of them while you can. The track acclimatisation programme available in free practice sessions allows you to learn the track whilst earning resource points for the development of your car. On-track markers show the key points through each corner, and the more of these you're able to consistently drive through at an appropriate speed, the higher your score and the more resource points you'll be rewarded with. Try and chain together multiple successful corners for a consistency boost to your score. Tyre selection is a critical issue in Formula 1, and the current tyre regulations give individual drivers more freedom than ever. Pirelli allow 13 sets of dry tyres and 7 sets of wets for a full race weekend, so you need to be careful to make your allocation last the distance. During the race, drivers must use at least 2 of the 3 available compounds. If wet tyres are required for a session, these tyre selection rules do not apply. In today's era of hybrid engine technology, Formula 1 employs a strict maximum limit on the fuel load. In order to run as light as possible, teams will tend to underfuel their cars, but this means that drivers need to save fuel during the race. Fuel saving can be achieved by using a technique called lift and coast. This technique involves lifting off the throttle a few metres before the normal braking zone and allowing the drag from the air to begin the process of slowing the car. This reduces the amount of fuel used while keeping speed relatively high. The best place to employ lift and coast is at the end of a long straight into a heavy braking zone. The qualifying pace programme available in free practice sessions challenges you to beat a target time that corresponds to an expected position on the starting grid. Complete a flat-out lap on the fastest tyre compound to set the best time you can, and you'll earn some resource points for hitting your target. The race strategy programme is all about developing a personal race strategy. This test will help the team to understand how much fuel is required and also the best tyre policy to employ for the race. The results are determined from data which is directly affected by your driving style, so managing your fuel and tyre wear during the test, for example, will result in a strategy that caters to these qualities. Sprints are a shorter race session around 1/3 distance of a standard Sunday race. Drivers are not required to pit during a sprint for a change of tyres, though they are not prohibited from doing so. The results of the sprint form the grid for Sunday's race, and there are points awarded for the top 8 finishers of the sprint in the following denominations. First place awards 8 points, second place awards 7 points, third place awards 6 points, all the way down to 8th place with a single point.
Okay, so tutorials are over. That's pretty cool. I can look around. So we're actually at, this is our setup at the racetrack. So we're in Bahrain right now, and we're about to go out to the track and get some practice in. So I don't have any rivals yet. Driver details. I can still work on some of these upgrades while I'm out here at and I can still work on, you know, any parts that I need to put into the car that end up getting worn or damaged throughout the weekend. I can replace them through here. So that being said, we are going to advance and get out to the racetrack. You see, we've got practice 1, 60 minutes. Practice 2 will be another 60 minutes. Practice 3 will be 60 minutes. Qualifying will be 3 sessions. And then we have a 57 lap race this weekend. So, here we go. Practice 1. Enjoy.
Morning mate, Mark here. Thanks again for bringing me on board. You've found a lot of talented people for this team and I can't wait to see what we can accomplish. Our journey to the Constructors' Championship starts right here today and the car is ready to head out when you are.
Here's our garage tutorial. Free practice sessions. Free practice sessions are a vital part of each Grand Prix weekend. Not only do they give you an opportunity to learn the track, they also offer a range of practice programs which can be completed to advance the development of your car. Practice programs. Completing practice programs will earn you resource points which can be spent on upgrades. Additionally, each program offers a number of development boosts. Completing one of these gives you your R&D team valuable insights into your car's performance, resulting in cheaper upgrades, which is a good thing. Car setup and tires. You may adjust your car setup over the course of these sessions to try and find those extra fractions of a second. Note that the sporting regulations dictate that after each free practice session, you must hand back 2 sets of your dry tire allocation for the weekend. So get the most out of them while you can, without damaging my engine parts. Cool. Alright, we're ready to get on the track. So one thing I'm going to do every race, because I don't really know the Formula 1 tracks, I am a NASCAR guy, switching over to Formula 1 right now. We're going to go to settings, and for a couple laps I'm going to go out to the track and put a racing line on so that I know where to go around the racetrack. And then after that we'll start working on programs to get as many points as we can of it. But we're going to go ahead and jump on the track. Here we go, everybody. I kind of don't want that camera on there. I wish I could take that off of there. I don't know why I have to see the camera. Overlay. Yeah, I think I'm going to turn that off. Okay, here we go. We're going to take the track.
We have a number of programs to run during these practice sessions. You can check the details in the car monitor. We'll get good data for both the race and the factory teams, so they're well worth running. There'll be a lack of rubber out on track, so take it easy for the first couple of laps. Hey mate, this is Mark. Just wanted to say thanks for trusting me as your race engineer. I won't let you down. The car's ready to go, but it's brand new of course, so there may be a few issues here and there. We'll be keeping a close eye on all the data from here. Okay, track's green right now, so take a few laps to get the tyres up to temp and get yourself in the zone. Just want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. Monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control them. when you get a chance, make sure to run some of our practice programs. They don't all need to be done in one session, but there's valuable data there to help race strategy and car development. The car settings screen on your multifunction display will allow you to change various settings as you drive. Open the display with the MFD button and you can then navigate up and down to the setting you want to change. Okay, that's all the checks complete, we're ready to go. Understood. Stopping this lap. Repairs have set us back a little. Okay, so far our fastest lap is a 1:45.4. set, we're ready to go, so let's get the car out to the track. We've had to spend time repairing the damage to the car. Okay, brake nice and early for 14. It's a long run from there down the pit straight, so you need a good exit. But you can also carry a fair amount of entry speed. So get off the brakes early and turn in a bit sooner than seems natural. The car should understeer past the apex. The apex is wide enough so that you can run out to the curbs and get away with it. To view information on your current levels of tyre wear and damage, press the MFD button to open the multifunction display, and then again to cycle to the tyres and the damage screen. Okay, when you're ready, let's go. Everyone be aware, we've got a car leaving the garage. tyres have set us back a little. Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 45.4. Right, I'll get these changes made. To view your current tyre, brake and engine temperatures, press the MFD button to open the multifunction display and then press it again to cycle through until you reach the temperature information screen. We're 22nd in the speed trap. okay? That was a nasty hit. Turn the engine off and wait for the marshals.
With the cars now over the line, let's see our top three again. Sainz, Hamilton and George Russell. And if today's practice is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula One.